When Pluto is in your chart, the best thing to do is to ask it what it wants out of you and surrender to it, because it's a change or be changed energy. The more you fight it, really the harder it's going to be. So I'm trying to do y'all some favors here by sharing how this is going to impact your sign. And I think if you follow the advice, you'll not only survive this Pluto in Aquarius transit through your chart, but you'll also thrive. Keep in mind, this is most relevant for your rising sign, Fire signs starting with Aries, Leo, then Sagittarius, and most relevant, rising signs. So Aries rising for you, this is impacting your 11th house of all things Aquarian. You could go through a lot of changes with friend groups, your social life over the next 20 years, changes with colleagues, changes with what you have idealized. And it may be that during this time, you realize something you had idealized, you no longer identify with by the time this transit is finished. You're going to be pushed by Pluto to, quality assurance test your dreams and wishes and goals, because you will have to keep them realistic under this sober energy. And you may get some pushback from other people, your friends, people you work with. So the advice here is to not only stay grounded in what you aspire to, but also don't get lost in a group or group think or a cause, because you could get a sober reality check from that. And definitely these changes that are going on in that area of your life is applying pressure to that opposing fifth house, having to do with children, fun, dating, romance, and the way that you creatively express yourself. But actually the applied pressure may cause you to create some pretty magical things that are grounded in reality. Leo, this is happening in your 7th house of other people, significant others, long-term committed partnerships. Could be legal contracts as well. Be careful. Whatever comes up with these other people during the next 20 years, these are probably lessons showing you things about yourself, shadow dynamics, might I say, within yourself and other people. At times you might feel like people are working against you. You might feel like people are trying to get the upper hand in situations. But then again, that might be you as well. You might be seeing a bit of mirroring going on. And so just pay attention to whatever's happening in these relationships, because there's some kind of perhaps life lesson that needs to be learned about how you are showing up in relationships, and maybe even what you bring out of other people in relationships. Sagittarius rising. This is impacting your 3rd house, having to do with the way that you communicate, the way you connect with people near and dear to you. I mean, I'm talking people really that on a day-to-day that are in nearest proximity to you, like neighbors. It could also bring up siblings with the 3rd house. But I think that you're actually going to show up over the next 20 years as quite the powerhouse when it comes to communicating, and you could be quite thought-provoking, which is pretty cool, if I may say so. As an Aquarian, I can dig that. Especially with this Great Awakening, we're going to need that. Something might need to change first with your thought life or your communication style, and it could be that, these near and dear people, siblings, neighbors, people in your local community, they might serve as a catalyst for that change. And it could be that eventually at some point in this 20-year transit, you show up as a major catalyst for change in the lives of people in your local community. If you enjoyed these short little predictions for your rising sign, and you want to hear more specific to you and your unique natal chart, make sure to check out my readings over on Etsy and my resources. My entire Etsy shop is going to be on a massive Black Friday deep discount sale. So grab it while you can.